Just the other month, the director for Blue Beetle took a dump all over fans and said pretty much don't watch this movie. It's not for you fascists and bigots. And then we saw the trailer where he called Batman a fascist in the movie itself. And it released and the box office numbers are worse than I ever could have imagined. But before we get into the article, guys, make sure you like, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you share this video out, and like always, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. All right, let's get into this article and look over these hilarious numbers. Warner Brothers identity politics marketing for Blue Beetle fails. Film fares worse than projections. But how bad was it really? WB bet big on identity politics in order to market director Angel Manuel Soto's Blue Beetle film, and it completely failed in the film's opening weekend with estimated gross performing worse than initial projections. So here we go. We got the numbers here. Domestic box office, $25 million. Terrible. Absolute flop. But it gets even worse. Normally when I do these and I go over the numbers, the international box office is a little bit higher because, you know, the rest of the world gets to see it. This one, the international box office is worse, making the worldwide box office $43 million. Now, not to mention the production budget alone is $120 million. They aren't even halfway to making just the production cost alone, not even counting the marketing budget. The Thursday release only hit $3.3 million. So from Friday to Sunday, it only made a little over $22 million. My God, this movie's going to do awful. But hey, we did exactly what the director said. We don't like it, don't watch. This is the second worst opening weekend box office for a DC film since the DC Extended Universe launch of Man of Steel. The only film Blue Beetle best is Wonder Woman 1984, which had a day and date release on HBO Max, meaning it was released to theaters the same day it was available to stream online. And I don't think this movie's available to stream online yet. This movie's literally just right down the toilet. This poor opening weekend box office underperformed projections from both Deadline's Anthony D'Alessandro and barely edged out Variety's Rebecca Rubin in the early estimates hold. D'Alessandro predicted the film would gross between $28 and $32 million. Yeah, it did pretty damn bad. And they were estimating that before this. That director just could not keep his mouth shut about it. He went on to just yell at fans. He even went protected. Hold on, let me see if I can find his Twitter. This dude was getting so much hate from the trailer and what he did to this movie. He had to go protected on Twitter. It was absolutely awful. This poor box office performance comes amidst months of Warner Brothers promoting the film via identity politics, specifically to the Latinx people. Well, apparently they're not coming to watch this movie because, that international box office is awful. But I mean, who would have guessed? You make a movie about a border town family living in the U.S. and try and target border town families living in the U.S. and think the rest of the world is going to be like, oh, that's awesome, let's watch it. No, nobody cares. You marketed it to a handful of people, and then people said, what the hell is this? You took a dump on them. Of course they're not going to watch it. And here we go. A month later, at the beginning of August, Soto explained how one of the film's villains, Carapax, represents the unknown or forgotten or brushed under the rug history of interventionism in Latin America and the Caribbean. Who the fuck cares? You're making a movie. It's supposed to be entertaining. Quit pushing your politics. Nobody wants to see it. The numbers are a clear sign that nobody wants to see your shit. So he goes on to say, we worked very, very hard to do this world building where the action sequences, the suit, the passion of the family, and the cultural aspects are presented in a way worthy of watching, and not only in theater, but even on IMAX. Let you in a little secret, boss. You didn't do any of that. If it was a family film, your numbers would be a hell of a lot better. And the CGI was atrocious at best. Like, oh my God, how the fuck did you mess that up so much? And being able to see our communities that way, I think, did an amazing job in bringing it to life on the concept development of it all. That at the And Warner Brothers decided that this movie has to go to theaters, he added. Well, yeah, they paid for it. It's got to go out and make something back. They spent $120 million on this. Even if they only get 50 million back, that's better than scrapping your entire thing. I don't think you'll have a job after this, man. You messed up. So here we go. He revealed the themes the movie would explore. For example, in my case, from Puerto Rico, displacement, colonialism, gentrification, those are things that are real threats. What are you talking about? Home insecurity, not putting food on the table, proper healthcare, all those things that are villains. But at the same time, what are all those things that are heroic things like community, like standing up against a tyrant or standing up against the things that weaken us, but doing it through the power of family and community? Dude, you are the villain. You're the one that's getting paid to make terrible movies that don't make money and being put front and center on the media. You are the villain. The establishment backs you. What? How do you? Oh my God. If somebody was like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a couple $1,000,000 to make a movie, and I need you to like shit on this entire group of people," be like, "No. I mean, you can give me the money, but no. How about I make a good movie that makes money?" Like, quite literally, just quit putting the politics into movies. That's why nobody wants to see it. It's about escapism. It's not about you need to face the demons of real society. No, fuck off with that. Just give us a good movie we can watch. That's all. We want to go brain dead for an hour or two, forget about the real world, and just have a fucking good time. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you drop me a like. Make sure you're subscribed. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section. And do me a favor, help share this out. YouTube really doesn't like when you will go against the narrative here. But that's it, guys. Remember, be easy like sleazy.